What's going on, everybody? And unfortunately, welcome to the start of peak week. This is obviously not how we intended to start peak week. This is not how we want anything to go, especially in a prep or any time in life, to end up in a room like this. But we're here. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. You're probably wondering what brought me here. Basically, don't ever say there's no such thing as overtraining. Alright? I guess it was kind of a type of rhabdomyolysis, or however you say it, rhabdo. My liver is healthy. My kidneys are healthy. Alright? So don't freak out about that. Don't worry about me on there. All my organs, all my vitals, my whole metabolic panel came back very healthy. My liver enzymes, which usually at this point in prep are very elevated, just for being on what we take and pushing your body so hard, they were actually the healthiest they've been ever in a prep, which has the doctors kind of dumbfounded as to why my CK levels and my ammonia levels were so high. And that's what brought me in here, was my ammonia levels were kind of through the roof, like very scary high. CK levels, they're trending down pretty fast, and they're not too crazy for this point in a prep. They're still high, but that's to be a little expected when you're training this hard and taking the supplements we take. But the ammonia levels should never get close to what they were. I'm not going to give y'all numbers, but ammonia levels should be between like 15 and 60. And I was well into the hundreds. So my wife brought me here because obviously she was worried sick about me. She was scared. I scared my whole family, which has me scared because I have a tendency to brush things off my shoulder. I don't stress about a lot of things. And what I do care about is putting stress on my loved ones. So that upsets me more than anything. But my ammonia levels were so high, I was delirious. I wasn't making sense when I talked. It was almost like being blackout drunk, honestly. Like, if you saw me, you would have thought I was blackout drunk and just mumbling drunk nonsense and all this. But it was the ammonia in my blood that was kind of almost poisoning my brain to make me feel like that. So shockingly, I did have a talk with the doctor after we did multiple blood work so far, and he's very happy with how healthy I am besides the ammonia. And I even asked him about the bodybuilding show, which is literally in 1 week, and I was like, look, we don't have to train hard the last week before a show. We really just kind of getting a pump at the most. I'm lean enough right now to where my cardio can just be steps. And I asked him what his thoughts were on it, if I should pull out of the show. And he immediately said, no, you're healthy. As long as we get your CK levels and your ammonia levels down in the next day or two, he's like, go do the show, but do it naturally. So we're going to see how this plays out. No diuretics, no anabolics, and we had already pulled out any injectable anabolics anyways, but he's like, I don't think that's what caused it, but better safe than sorry. Just keep that stuff out for now. The diuretics, on the other hand, can put extra stress on the kidneys, and the kidneys help filter everything, like muscle breakdown and all that. The main thing we're doing right now is just rehydrating me. Because of all the muscle breakdown, we're flushing my system out. So we have to stay hydrated. And obviously, if you follow bodybuilding, that last day or two, you can't stay too hydrated. So that's the only concern right now. The doctor's going over a few more labs, and we're going to make sure that everything's healthy and good to go. And then we'll go from there. If the doctor tells me not to do the show, we're not doing the show. But if the doctor says go ahead but do it naturally, you're gonna see what a physique looks like. No diuretics, no anabolics, and back to my roots. You know, I turned pro natural, so let's see what I can do on an open bodybuilding stage. The last week being 100% natural, and then. After the show, only reason I'm even considering it is because we're a week out. If we were further out, I would just call it off and, you know, chalk it up to a horrible experience. Take the next several months to focus on health and family and my career. But since we're a week out, I'm already there. I'm shredded. I'm lean. I'm ready to go. I don't have to push my body, really. So if the doctor says we're good to go, we're good to go, and I'm going to give it a try. We're going to see what it looks like natural. Either way, after this show, we'll definitely be taking a good hiatus from getting on stage to focus on my health, focus on family, focus on putting out good content to you guys, and not going into another prep for a while until everything is in check. Health, family, financials after this stay, and, you know, getting my priorities in check. So let's see how it goes. I will keep you guys updated as I find out more from the doctor, and I find out if the wife even allows me to go to Reno and do this competition. So I don't know. This has definitely been an eye-opening experience to see. You hear about the stories all the time. You never think it's going to be you. And this time it was me. And like I said, all my organs are super healthy. My vitals, my blood pressure is actually better than it usually is. It's so crazy how the doctor's shocked too. Like, they actually want to use my information as a case study, the nephrologist, who's a kidney specialist, because they've never seen anything like it with such healthy organs, and my CBC, like, everything came back so good, but my ammonia levels are so high. So, but they've come down a ton already just from being in here overnight. So we'll see how it goes as they keep going down. I should get blood work again probably within the next hour, and we'll see. They have to test ammonia immediately after taking blood, so usually I get the results within 30 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. But don't let this be you guys. Definitely stay on top of things when it comes to your health. The only reason my organs are so healthy, even with this going on, is because I stay on top of all my health supplements. I spend more money on my health supplements than anything else. And that's the only reason that my kidneys and my liver aren't going into shock from this. They're still super healthy. There's no permanent damage because we've kept up with it. So I'll keep up with you guys and let you know how things are going. Finally about to get checked out of here. I don't think we did too much damage. Did not stick to any kind of meal plan while I've been in here overnight, but everything still seems to be there, and we'll be right back on track as soon as we get home. So, time to get any of this water weight off, but my main thing is I have to stay hydrated, so this is going to be a fun experiment. I'm going to do this part myself, coach myself into the show, but everything, all my blood work looks great and getting better by the hour. So my ammonia levels for the first time since any of this happened are actually in the green. They're healthy where they're supposed to be, which is exciting. So we're just gonna experiment with this last week, and this will be an interesting peak week for sure. So let's see what happens. All right, time for a little update. Today is Wednesday. We got out of the hospital Sunday afternoon. So it's been a few days. I've been feeling great. I just went and got blood work done again just to make sure everything's good. We're trying to stay as healthy as possible, do this as safe as possible. So even though things aren't optimal for a peak week, it's been going good since we got out. I'm still going to bring the best I can possibly bring given the circumstances. So it is what it is. We're doing this the best we can. And I say we, but I'm really doing this on my own with, the ever watchful eye of my wife, keeping an eye on me, making sure I don't overdo things and everything like that. So anyways, basically since I got out, I've been on a super low carb, higher fat diet, and my weight has just been plummeting. I have just everything I ate while I was in the hospital, which was everything, has just fallen off, and I woke up super flat and depleted today, lightest weight yet. So I'm giving myself a high carb day, which is perfect because I'll see how I look tomorrow, and then we'll see. I'll go lower carb tomorrow as we're traveling, and see how I look after going lower carb after a high day. Then we can kind of figure out what weight I look my best at for before the show, like a day before, and then I'll know how much to eat that Friday to have my best look on Saturday. So that's the plan right now. I'm staying super hydrated. I'm taking the medication that they prescribed me for to keep flushing the toxins out of my body. So like I said, I feel great. Everything's going well so far. Fingers crossed it keeps going like that. And I'm going to keep you guys updated. So I did take some of this glucose disposal agent, Slin, just to help process all the carbs I'm going to eat today. But we've got 8 slices of my anabolic French toast here with a banana on top. And I am freaking starving because, like I said, we've been going very low carb since I got out of the hospital just to get all that weight off of me that I put on. I mean, I ate pizza. I ate burgers. I stuck to no kind of diet while I was in the hospital. But I think my body needed it. I'd really been pushing myself too hard, and we rebounded really well off of it. So good. So this is meal 1 for today. I'm not going to go as crazy high as I have been with my high carb days because we are like 3 days out. But it's going to be a pretty high carb day. And get a little chest pump. Nothing crazy because I can't go hard with the workouts with where my blood test levels were. But we don't want to get sore anyways. We're really just trying to shuttle all these nutrients into the muscle. So a light pump is really all we need at this point, which is safer for me right now anyways. But I'm excited to get this show done. I'm excited to try and bring my best package still. Even though this isn't optimal, things didn't quite work out as planned, I still think we can bring a better package than I had last year, even though it might not be as good as we originally thought we were going to bring. I think it's going to still be better than last year. I'm not going to be stressing out about my placing because I know this isn't the most optimal situation, but I still would love to be in that top 5. We'll see what happens, but
anyways, I'm gonna get meal one down, enjoy this breakfast, and then get on with my high carb day. I'll show you a little bit of the training footage, maybe the pre-workout meal, because it's gonna be delicious. But the other meals are gonna be pretty basic: a little bit of meat, a little bit of rice, a little bit of fruit, and then pre and post workout meals will be really good. I'll take my weight and some pictures again post workout to see how I'm looking and see if I need anything bigger for my final meal, because my weight has just been dropping so fast. But for now, I'm going to enjoy. All right, time for pre-workout meal time. So this is actually only meal 3. Normally, I used to be worked out after meal 4, but we're going meal 3 today. I'm getting it down. So we've got just 5 ounces of salmon, 250 grams of rice. My last meal before this was 5 ounces of ground beef with 350 grams of rice and some pineapple, like about 100 grams of pineapple. So this one's a little less rice, but we're getting these 2 massive cookies from Publix along with it. Gonna get a crazy pump. My appetite is through the roof right now, which is a good sign, because when I was not feeling well, when I was having the issues, I had no appetite, which is crazy for me, because if you've watched my videos in the past, you know I am always hungry. I am freaking, my appetite's always through the roof. So that should have been a huge red flag right off the bat, that I just didn't have an appetite. But, you know, it's my first time dealing with this type of issue, so I didn't really understand the warning signs as well as I should have. I could probably see them in somebody else, but seeing them on yourself, you know, you're like, no, I'm pushing it so hard with the cardio and the training and this and that. It's like, you know, I'm just exhausted. That's all it is. But do not take those warning signs lightly, okay? They definitely mean something, and you got to take care of yourself. So anyways, we're going to get this meal down. Like I said, salmon, rice, 2 massive cookies, and then go get a quick push pump. So I'm going to just do a little bit of chest and shoulders. Tomorrow we fly to Reno, and when we get there, that's when I'll probably do my last pump of maybe like some arms and stuff like that, or maybe even just a full upper body pump, like 1 exercise for each body part, just to kind of shuttle the nutrients. You don't want to do legs because you don't want any inflammation in the legs holding water or anything like that. But in any inflammation, you have less separation and detail. But just to get some movement and shuttle the carbs, I'll probably do like a full upper body pump when I get to Reno. And then it's just rest, relax, eat, and pose. A lot of posing in between meals. You don't want to train, but you can shuttle those carbs and nutrients just as well by posing after you eat. So, and it's going to prep you for the stage better just by practicing and practicing and practicing all those poses. Anyways, I'm going to shut up and eat because I am really hungry. So I'm going to get this meal down, and then I'll show you just a couple of the exercises I'm going to do. Nothing crazy. Like I said, we can't go hard right now. Doctor's orders. And also, you don't want to go crazy hard anyways the last few days. You don't want that inflammation, like I said. So it's just going to be a little pump and shuttle these nutrients. Then we'll see what I'm looking like afterwards, see what kind of food we want to add, or if we need to pull back on the carbs even. You never know. But I think the way my body is churning through everything, we're going to keep the carbs high today and then see what we look like in the morning. So good. A little bit of teriyaki sauce on it. All right, what's going on, everybody? We have made it to Reno. We got in late last night, and the struggle begins because I'm definitely holding some water from the flight, which isn't usual. I'm usually kind of dry out, but since the doctor wants me to stay super hydrated, I drank a lot of water throughout the day of travel. I kept carbs pretty low. I was only doing like 100 grams of rice per meal throughout the day, but still retaining some water. I got up this morning and I don't know where I put it, but there's a product called Vasodry, helps kind of pull water. So I just lathered myself in Vasodry, went down and did 30 minutes of cardio, and then walked around the casino trying to find Ashley food that I don't get to eat and enjoy. But the second part of the struggle is they don't believe in microwaves here. I went down and asked the
first. You sound like you're in a different country. They don't believe it.
They don't believe it. It's ridiculous. They said the girl at the front desk said that they don't have a microwave in the entire hotel, which is unfathomable. It doesn't even make sense. So I'm eating cold salmon and rice. Yum. I tried to warm it up with a hair dryer. Didn't work. So I don't know. After this meal, I might try to find a store nearby that sells microwaves and just go buy one for the room, because this is going to get old quick. But anyways, I got to get a meal down because I am very flat. Holding water, but very flat. I think I got rid of most of the water with the cardio this morning. I think at this point, I'll just tighten up more as I fill out because I'm very flat from the small amount of carbs I had yesterday. So anyways, I've got 250 grams of rice, 5 ounces of salmon, and I'm going to have a muffin, which I got down at one of the shops down there. I don't know what, I got 3 different flavors. I don't know if I'll get all 3 during the carb up. But this one looks like it is the cranberry. No, this might be blueberry. I don't know. There was a cranberry orange, a blueberry, and a chocolate. This is either blueberry or cranberry orange, but it looks freaking delicious. So I'm excited for that for sure. But first I got to choke down this cold salmon and rice. And yeah, so I'll give you updates as we go along. This is, like I said, this is an experiment. This is going to be a tricky peak. And I'm still a good 6 pounds heavier right now than I was last year on stage. 6 or 7, I think, this morning. So if I can fill out right, if you peak right and you fill out right, your weight should stay about the same. It shouldn't go up a lot, maybe a pound. It shouldn't go down a lot, maybe a pound. But you're going to be balancing the water intake with the carb intake. So if your metabolism is going strong, you're carbing up right, there shouldn't be a huge fluctuation in weight. When people say, "Oh, I weighed in at 220 and then I was 230 on stage," they probably spilled over and would have looked better a little lighter. So I got to manage that. And the third part of the struggle is that, I have a pretty good eye in coaching my clients with this, but when you're doing it for yourself, it's very easy to start second guessing things and hard to be completely non-biased looking at your own pictures and just really treat yourself as a client. So anyways, let the fun begin. I'm going to get this down. I'll probably get at least 2 meals down and then go down and get like a push-pull pump just to shuttle the carbs that I'm eating into the muscles, get things moving, digestion and everything, maybe do another 10 minutes of walking on the treadmill and then come up and eat a few more meals. I got check-ins at like 1:30. Spray tan's not till 5, so I'll be able to come up and get another shower in and before I go get tanned. Anyways, I'm going to shut up and eat, and I'll check in with you guys in a bit. All right. Time for meal number 2. I couldn't do it, y'all. I used Walmart delivery to get a microwave. So I went down there, I put it in my suitcase with the delivery girl guy here for it, and brought it up to the room. I just could not eat another cold meal like that. But It was only like $50 for the microwave. And if the show gets out early enough, I'll just bring it back and return it and be like, oh, I actually didn't need it.
That's
I don't know. We'll see. I don't have room in my bag to bring it home with me. So either I'm leaving it in the hotel and who knows what they'll do with it, or I bring it back to Walmart. We'll see. Anyways, meal number 2, it's pretty much the same as the first meal. I've actually lost weight. I've just been laying in bed, posing, and I walked down to get the microwave, and that's pretty much it. And I've lost weight since that first meal. So doing the same thing, except chicken instead of salmon. So 4 ounces of chicken, 250 grams of rice. I'm gonna have another muffin. Let's see what we got this time. I'm gonna go with blueberry. Oh, these things. I love my Wawa muffins. You've seen in the past. I'm always Wawa when I'm at home. These are very light and airy compared to Wawa. So I have no idea how many calories they are, but they're definitely probably less than the Wawa ones because they're not nearly as dense. Still probably quite high in calories. I'm going to guess 500-600 at least. Probably with them being less dense, I'm going to guess less fat maybe. So still probably close to like 80 carbs in there. Anyways, I'm going to get this meal down, and then I'm going to go down and get a quick like push-pull pump, chest and back. Nothing heavy, just kind of move some blood around, get the nutrients moving, and then come back up and rest for a bit, pose a little bit more, and then probably go down to check-ins. It'll be about time to go down to check-ins. After check-ins, I have a few hours before I have to go get my tan. So I'll come back up, have a couple more meals, then go down, get my tan, and I'll check pictures again, wait, see where we're at, see if we need to pull water back a little bit, because I'm doing I'll probably have this 10 ounces of water with this meal, and then sip on some water while I'm getting a pump. I'll definitely go through this by the end of the day, this liter. So I want to go through it more earlier in the day, so that if I need to pull water back in the evening, I can. But my last high day, I drank over 2 gallons of water with about 800 grams of carbs, and I looked way better, harder in the morning. So if I can do that, and I was up about probably 6 pounds. So if I can do that without the water weight, I think it's going to be a good look. Fingers crossed. This is, like I said, this is quite the experiment I'm doing, because I didn't have any test runs, because nothing quite went to plan for this show at the end. It was going amazing up until the last couple weeks, and then everything just kind of started falling apart. But we're doing the best we can with the hands we've been dealt. And I keep saying we, but it's really just me at this point. Of course, I have Ashley back here. She's working, but keeping an eye on me. But yeah, I'm going to shut up and eat, go down and get a quick pump, and we'll see where I'm at. Now we're talking. A little warm food. All right, just got back from check-ins. Peep the new jacket, pretty cool. This is what they gave us checking in down there. Got a few little goodies. I have no idea what this is. It just says Smooth Operator on the box, so I'm not exactly even sure what this is. Some kind of exerciser? I don't know. I have no.
You not know it makes it so
I have no idea what this is.
Open the box. Open the box.
It's like all taped together and stuff. I can't even get it open. What the heck is a Smooth Operator? They gave us a little goodie bag too. I'm starving too, so I really want to just eat. But Ashley said I should open all this stuff on camera, so that's what we're doing.
What boxes are there?
A box inside of a box inside of a box. It's like a trimmer. It's like a trimmer and a comb, and like actually needed a new trimmer. Mine was kind of I've had it for quite a while, but
An interesting gift.
that is a very strange gift. I guess maybe some people, yeah, maybe some people forget to shave, and they're like, hey, in case you forgot your razor or whatever. And then we got a water bottle. We got some protein powder. Looks vegan, which I've just been told that I was supposed to be.
It's a sign.
No, it's not at all. Actually, it's hydrolyzed beef collagen. So it's collagen. Yeah. So I was like, some Alani gummies,
Oh, those are good.
which I'm sure Ashley will steal from me. Some beef jerky from Dexter Jackson's new line of beef jerky. Got an Alani protein bar. A tape measure, you know, to measure things, body parts, circumferences, whatever. And then just a bunch of whatevers, gift cards and discount cards, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what all this stuff is. Random junk. Maybe something good. But anyways, that's that. I'm going to get another meal down. It's pretty much going to be the same meal as the last two. I'm going to check my weight first, though, just to see where I'm at. And if weight's dropping, we might need to add even more. But I got a pretty good pump down there in the gym before coming up and getting ready for check-ins. Did some push-pull and then 15 minutes on the treadmill at a very steep incline, really squeezing the glutes because that's where I'm holding all that extra water from flying and the climate change out here. So I'm going to shut up, get my meal ready, and eat, and I'll check in with you guys later. All right, guys, show day is here, and it's about 5 a.m. I'm going to get my first meal in. I woke up dry. All right, so lighter than I expected, still heavier than my last year's stage weight, but not as much as I thought I was going to be honest with you. So we're going to get at least 2 meals in before prejudging. First one's pretty small, just 150 grams of rice, 4 ounces of salmon, and I'm going to have a few rice cakes with it. Switch to more of the dry carbs the closer I am to the show, just so I can measure my water a little easier. It's not eating carbs like cream of rice or oatmeal where you're already having to add water to it. I can just measure how much water I drink with each meal. So anyways, I'm going to get this first meal down and go get my last coat of spray tan, get my second meal right after that, and it should still give me about 2 hours to digest that meal. And then I'll just bring some small snacks for backstage, keep my stomach nice and light and tight and be able to suck it in and control my stomach, which a lot of people have issues with. So that's going to be one of my strengths because I'm definitely not the biggest guy. There's some big dudes here, some freaking monsters. So my strengths are going to be, my shape, hopefully my conditioning. I feel like with the issues I've had, there might be a couple people that are more conditioned than me, but I still have better structure and shape, smaller waist. So you never know how it's going to go. From the front, I'm hard as nails. From the back, I'm hard, but I feel like I could have been a little harder if I hadn't had these issues that I'm dealing with. So it is what it is. We're bringing the best we can bring at this point. And, I feel pretty confident and happy with the way I've peaked myself so far. Hopefully I don't screw it up today. Jinx myself right now. Shout out to, my training partner, Jordan. He's kind of like been asking questions and, asking to see pictures, and I just, get his second opinion on things. And, he's seen me train. He's seen me on high carb days, low carb days, fat, peeled. So, just getting a second eye to look at you, even when you're coaching yourself, sometimes just to confirm the decision that you've made for yourself. And he's agreed with everything I've said. He's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, or, he's like, yeah, I think maybe you just need a few more ounces of water. So it's nice to get a second opinion sometimes, just to give you a little more confidence in your own decisions. But I'm going to shut up and eat and get on with the day. It's showtime. All right. So final coat of Tana's on. Just took weight and pictures. I've dropped like 0.2 pounds since my first meal. So now we're really this will be the last really real meal before judging. And I'm only going to eat enough to really make everything pop. I'm pretty much as full as I need to be. But the sodium in this and a little extra carbs is really going to blow me up. And then I just let it digest, probably use the bathroom, and sip some water to get you got to have some water to get the carbs in the system. And then everything else from now on is just going to be very small little snacks. Maybe a bite of a rice cake, bite of a Rice Krispie treat, something like that after this. And it'll be just enough to keep me going and not flattening out before I get on stage. And but you want to be hungry. You want to have a flat stomach. So I don't want to eat too much close to stage time. So this is going to be the last actual meal, like I said. And there's a restaurant downstairs called the Purple Parrot. But it's just a plain burger. There's nothing on it. I mean, they put all the lettuce, tomato, pickle on the side, but I'm not going to use any of that. I'm just going to do a plain burger. I'll put some ketchup on it, mustard maybe, and then some plain fries. And I'll salt these up if they're not already salted, and because I want the sodium right now. And that's going to be it. A lot of people do sugar. They like honey, stuff like that. All you're asking for is to spike your insulin and then start sweating your butt off on stage. So I try to stay away from the sugary stuff the day of the show. Really be dry. I don't want to sweat up there. Sometimes it happens. You can't control it, but those stage lights are hot. So if you can minimize the chance of sweating, that's what you want to do. So anyways, it's burger time. All right. All right, guys, the show is over. Back home with Broly. And just to recap on everything, it was clearly not my best showing with everything that happened. All the health issues and then just having to do things myself, and I probably could have carved up a little less or done things a little bit differently to be a little bit better. But, I coached myself to turn pro in 2017. I coached myself for my first 2 pro shows. And it's been a long time since I have coached myself. And I've got a lot of different physique and a lot more muscle than I had back when I coached myself. So it's something I didn't really have much time to experiment with. Since it was just the last week or so that I was doing things on my own. I've learned a lot from the coaches I've worked with, Chris Aceto and AJ Sims. So I have that knowledge. I just need to refine it and practice it on myself. And that combined with what I know worked for me when I was coaching myself. But it didn't pan out this time. I did not place in the top 10. And I am very disappointed because even though I knew I wasn't bringing my absolute best, I still felt like I could have been in that top 10 easy. Like, if I'd have been at my very best, I feel like I could have been in that top 5 even, but it just didn't work out this time. There was too many things going against me, and that alongside of the fact that I probably could have peaked myself a little bit better as well. It is what it is. It's all a learning experience, and I'm going to use that knowledge to improve and come back better than I've ever been. So it's back to the drawing board for now, but I really appreciate all of you for following along, following the journey, and all the messages that I've gotten on the Instagram post that I made about even going in the hospital before this video went up. People concerned and everything like that. But my health is fine. I've gotten blood work done 3 times in the past 2 weeks. I've had scans on my organs. Everything's healthy. I've seen kidney specialists. Everything is super healthy according to all them. I'm actually going to go get my liver scanned as well just to be safe, but all my blood work shows that it's healthy, but better safe than sorry. Plus, we've already gone over my deductible on health insurance this year, so might as well get everything possible done while I'm already over the budget on my health insurance. So just going to get everything done this year. But for now, it's time to let my body rest and recover. Just get some pump workouts, and just get back on a healthy diet. I did enjoy some good pizza after the show. Sorry I didn't show you that. I'll still be getting some fun food coming up in videos. So, but 90% of the diet is still going to be pretty healthy and on track. And we're going to figure out a game plan from here. So I appreciate all of you for supporting me and for following along. And, just got to enjoy the journey. And it's how you respond to negative outcomes that really matters. And I'm going to do my best to respond to this poor situation, poor outcome of a show by learning and making the most out of it and coming back better than ever next time. So I haven't come up with the full game plan yet, but I'll update you all whenever I do. For now, I'm going to just get back to normal life and some good training, some good food, build back up, clean my system out for a while, and just live life, but still obviously training hard, eating right, and trying to improve. But anyways, in a week and a half, we're heading back out to Nevada for the Olympia in Vegas. So if you're going to be there, I hope I see you. Say hi if you see me. If you're not there, I'm going to try and shoot some good content while I'm out there to share with all of you. So until the next time, once again, I thank you for following along. Appreciate all of you, and I'll see you next time.